Hello, my name is Haley Heverly, and today we will be talking about education funding in Pennsylvania. So, the problem with education funding is that not many people are even aware of it, and most people would only be aware of it if they live in a low tax school district. So, not every student is getting the same education. If you live in a high tax school district, the student's education in a high tax school district is way better than a student's education in a low tax school district. So, how exactly does funding work? Funding works that schools get their funding from three different places. The funding comes from the state government, the federal government, and the taxes in their local area. About 40% of the money comes from the state government, about 45 comes from local taxes, and about 10% comes from the federal government. So the state government. The state government gives each school funding built on a formula for each school district. So the formula. The formula that works is that PA takes the average student attendance in the last 3 years. Then they add a weighted number for students that are in poverty, and they add the students that are in concentrated poverty. They add students that do not speak English, and they add students that attend a charter school. With all that added together, you will now have the weighted student head count. Then you apply that to the overall formula. Once you have the weighted student count, you multiply that by the median household income index for the district. Then you multiply that by the local tax effort index and the local capacity index. With all of that, you will have the total weighted and completed student head count. They would then take the complete student count and divide it by Pennsylvania's total weighted student count. The total of that is multiplied by the basic education funding dollar allocation. Then you finally have the number of how much the school will receive that year. The money that they get is the only money that they will get from the state. So with the money from the state, it'll become in two different types. It'll be discretionary funding and categorical funding. Discretionary funding is to pay teachers and for supplies for the students and that the teachers will need throughout the year, like pencils, paper, chalk, dry erase markers. Categorical funding is the money given by the state and is mandated for a certain thing. So the state can mandate money for a certain thing, and the school district will have to pay for that thing. So, for example, if the government mandates for school laptops, the school district is only allowed to spend the money on laptops. In a high tax school district, these are the nice schools. These are the schools that everyone will want to go to. They will have nice new computers. The school will be nice and look nice and up to date. They will have new and up to date textbooks, and they will have a really nice athletic department and all types of sports. So in a low tax school district, this is the school district that suffers. So in these school districts, some will not even have computers or tablets, and if they do, they're pretty old and hand-me-downs. So the school will be old and not look very well. And these schools will have a small athletic department, if any. So I went to a high tax school district, and it was really nice. It had athletics, it had every sport. It was really nice. And then I went to a low tax school district, and It only had 2 or 3 sports for boys and girls, and if you wanted to participate in another sport, you would then have to go to a neighboring town and try out for their team, and you might not even make it, and you would have to commute there and back. So it is pretty difficult and hard for people. So teachers at low tax school districts, with the taxes being low and them not getting a lot of money, the salary for a teacher will not be very high. So not too many teachers will want to work at these school districts. So my solution would be to completely rebuild the funding system and create a new formula. I think we need to incorporate the low tax school districts into the formula. And with that, I think we could take some money from the high tax school districts to make it in the middle so everyone's at the same. And so that wouldn't really change the budget too much. But if we do need to change the budget a little bit, I think that we could get some of the money from the Department of Defense. And then this is my reference page.